Leisure.
Hello, I'm Jesse Sigmon. I live in Morris Hill, the Beach Glen section. I'm a Republican candidate for one of 3 open seats on the Madison County Board of Election. I'm married, my wife's married. I have 5 children, 6 grandchildren, love them to death. I'm a graduate of the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, have a submajor in education, spent 4 wonderful years there. In my employment, I worked with the state of North Carolina. I'm a state retiree, spent 27 years there. Upon retirement, I was younger than I am now, obviously, and I spent 10 years selling building supplies for Builders Express. To give you some background, I'm one of 10 children. My father was a brick mason, and I learned to lay brick and spent a year after college laying brick. So I love the construction, and that's why I went with Builders Express. That's about all I have to say on that subject. I'm ready for some of the questions. Well, one other thing, I would like to thank these gentlemen for making this website available and so that we can better educate and inform our population on the issues facing us and the candidates who are running. And I thank the people who are viewing this the same way. Thanks for watching and informing yourself who we are and what we're about.
And thank you for being here today, Mr. Steinman. We really appreciate it. This is the #1 question that was suggested. What is your understanding of hydraulic fracturing? Well, a little bit of reading. I'm not extremely informed on this subject, but it's subterranean drilling to release natural gases, and obviously there's a great need for it. However, I have grave concerns here in Madison County. I don't think it fits this particular county or this particular area of the state. We're one of the oldest mountain ranges in existence, and the problem with subterranean drilling, as I understand it, is not the drilling or to release the gas, it's the chemicals pumped in, and the well itself. The integrity of the well is upon my reading, is speaking volumes. They're talking about if the concrete's sufficient and if it works properly. Well, the integrity of the well is what fracturing and pumping is all about, and we don't know the long-term effects, and in this particular area, I'm opposed to it. How would you work to keep it out of Madison County?
Well, I think we've got to work with our state legislatures and let them know our position on this and how strongly we feel, and let them know our population is just not for this at this point in time until more research is done and it's proved it's more beneficial to this area and not harmful.
The second question is, a commissioner must be able to review financial documents prepared by the county manager and bookkeeper. You have some documents there relating to the county finances, and would like you to tell me what these documents tell you about county finances. Well,
having looked at this and reviewed it somewhat, it just seems it's very vague here. There's no, it's not specific enough for me. Where County Commissioner, there seems to be a lot of movement of money back and forth, especially in the jail area, that I don't like the accountability there. And I think that's what county government's all about, is accountability. We've got to know where our dollars are. Dollars are hard to earn, and we want them spent correctly and properly, and I'm not saying there's anything improper here. I just like more specific accounting.
Question number 3. As a commissioner, if evidence were brought to your attention of financial impropriety by county employees or agents, what would be your response?
Well, on that one, I think impropriety, you've got to look at the impropriety and how severe and what they did. First of all, was it intentional or inadvertent? And, you know, the intentional part would go anywhere from criminal action with the district attorney pursuing that in versus termination, which would be firing, and even lesser reprimands for inadvertent or a lesser offense. But I think the degree of it would depend on whether it was intentional and criminal.
Would it make any difference if it had happened in the past, say some years ago?
Well, we have to put a timeline on what past is. I think on criminal action, you're looking at statute of limitations possibly. And beyond that, if there were an employee that was brought to my attention in the most recent past or had tendencies of this nature, I think we might pursue it in one of the lesser categories.
Question number 4. In your opinion, what are the 3 most important issues facing the county?
Well, I think here in Madison County, the same problem has been here as long as I've been in this area, and that's economic development. You know, we do not have jobs up here, and we've lost some, haven't gained any. This is a hard problem. I mean, people have been trying to solve this for a long time, but I think that's the area we need to focus on. As always, staying current in education and ensuring that we're fully funded and that we're able to meet the ever-changing needs of technology and ensuring that the students that we graduate are capable of taking the jobs we bring in. You know, an employer wants an educated workforce that's able to learn and adapt. And we need engineers up here. Fortunately, we've got Western Carolina over here with an engineering school, is my understanding.
Question number 5. How many commissioner meetings have you attended in the past 12 months?
Well, this doesn't sound good for someone running for county commission, but to be honest with you, I've attended none of them. I do talk with county commissioners brief times. Bill Briggs and Jim Baker are real good friends of mine, so I stay abreast in other ways.
Question number 6. What actions could the county commissioners take to improve the county's economy, and attract clean businesses that offer good local employment?
I think that right now the political landscape has changed in North Carolina and people are wanting change. And by this I'm saying we now have a Republican governor, we have a North Carolina House that's Republican, and a North Carolina Senate. And I think that people are wanting change, and I believe that we need to get with Raleigh and we need to talk to the Chamber of Commerce to solicit some industry up here that fits our location and our needs. The tax legislation that's been passed, I think, is going to have tremendous opportunity for us, because Georgia and South Carolina have been kicking us all across the board and soliciting new industries. And the reason for that has been the inhibitions created by our high taxation. The legislature seems to be solving this problem, so I think the taxation issue is going to help us somewhat. And I do think that revamping the economic board and putting people in there who have worked at the high end of business, who understands corporate entities, you know, big business, I think we need to send them forth and let them recruit business and bring it in. Let them know who we are, especially with the Chamber of Commerce. We can do it if we've got the right people selling Madison County.
Question number 7. It is often said that in order to be hired by the county or local school district, it is more important to have good contacts rather than good qualifications. Do you think this is true? If so, how would you assure the county and school district hiring practices result in the hiring of the most qualified individuals?
Well, first of all, I think throughout employment, who you know does help, and I hate to say that. But I don't think the issue that you're speaking of as far as our school system is as bad as it has been in the past. I think our education community is really doing a wonderful job hiring qualified people. So, you know, I look at Madison County, and I've had children in a couple of different school children's. I put 2 of my most recent children were students here in Madison County, graduated from high school, and they have university degrees. So the situation here in Madison County as far as hiring in the schools is better than it was in the past, and I just don't feel like there's a real problem there.
Question number 8. Commissioners appoint residents to important boards and commissions. Would you assure that future appointees are representatives of all the viewpoints in the community? For example, would you consider appointing individuals who have not been lifelong residents to these positions, or do you think that people who have moved into the county in the last few years, who are referred to as outsiders, when they speak up, have no place participating on county boards and commissions?
Well, you know, I'm all about fairness and everybody. We represent everyone, and anyone who lives in this county should have the opportunity to serve and be elected. I feel like those people are welcome, and I encourage them to support there. As long as the people that you're referring to are qualified and know what they're all about, and if they've been here and know the landscape and are not here just to fulfill being retired and fulfilling the need that they've lost in their careers, and I don't mean that in a derogatory manner, but I mean if you genuinely want to serve and you don't have an axe to grind, and it'd be good for the county. I welcome all participation in this county. The more the better.
Question number 9. Would you cross typical party lines if you thought the issue warranted doing so?
I don't look at things that affect the county in Republican or Democrat, and whatever I honestly feel in my heart is best for this county and the people of it, all the people, I'm going to vote for that.
And the last question, number 10. What might you do if you learned that there was a lack of parity in the salaries earned by the various county employees? Example, what if the people working at the landfill were earning more than the people working at the library?
Well, I think you would have to review the pay scales of librarians, for instance, in terms of the areas around us and statewide to ensure that their salaries are in line with what they should be earning comparative to the rest of the state and the area, particularly area. As far as the landfill, the same would be true. If there were discrepancies found that there was disparity based upon what is considered equitable, I think that I would vote to remedy that situation.
And those are all the questions we have. If you would take about 3 minutes and talk about your platform, we'd appreciate it.
Well, as I said before, and I've already touched base with that, the economy and job creation is the single most important issue here now and has been for quite a while. Education and keeping current with the technology and ensuring that we're funded and our students are graduated and educated to take advantage of the job market is the other issue. And we touched on fracking, and I think that's of interest. The other thing that you gentlemen touched on, and it's not particularly my platform, is I think the American public, and especially the people of Madison County, are really fed up with the logjam of politicians with just political agendas. And I'm really would like to see us break up and work for the people. I don't think we should vote on a liberal or a conservative basis. I think we need to stay right down on what is best for the people and do what the people elect us to do, which is represent all the people in a fair, equitable manner and keep the budget intact. And I will say this, I thank you people again for viewing this, and I hope that you like what you've heard from me, and I will ask for your vote and your support come the election of 2014. My name again is Jesse Sigmon, and thank you again.
And thanks to Mr. Sigmon for being here and answering any questions.
Anything else on economic development?